Hello everyone and welcome back. I got another video for you. Now this happened in Volusia County, Florida on 5/3 of 2025. Authorities pulled a vessel over for violating navigational rules. Upon investigation into it, it was determined that it was a possibility the captain was intoxicated. Now he was charged with BUI and refusal to submit to a breathalyzer. But what made it worse, he was an active duty Coast Guard. So let's go ahead and take a look at this video.
Disclaimer: persons depicted in this video are presumed innocent until proven guilty in court of law. This video is for educational and news purposes only. All information has been supplied by law enforcement agencies and is considered by law to be public domain information. Body-worn camera footage has been edited for length and in accordance with YouTube community guidelines while maintaining a journalistic focus.
Recording.
Did you guys call for a hand? Okay. There's no fleet. What y'all need? Signal 1 or? Possibly. Okay. Okay. Who's driving? Who's driving? You are?
Yeah.
Okay. Ma'am, if you could just move to the other side, so I need something to tie up to. I'm going to tie it to the center bar. You could loop that through the center bar and just hand it back to me. Did you do a safety check or what have you done yet?
Yes, we've done a safety
All right,
check.
come over and talk to me here. You, what's your name? You go ahead and take a seat here for me, Mason. Where are you guys coming from?
We're staying on an Airbnb right down this way.
Where'd y'all spend the day at?
We were at the sandbar today.
What sandbar?
I'm not sure the name of it, but we're all Mayhem on Lake George.
Okay. The same place everyone is coming from?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what time did you get started there?
We were there about around noon.
Around noon?
Yeah.
Okay. And you are about 4 hours or so?
Yeah, probably
Okay.
around 5. Yeah.
You got your driver's license and boat registration, or does he have that?
I gave him that. Yeah,
Okay.
you can pay
If you could pass that over to me.
I think that's my whole
I'm gonna bump it in forward here.
Yep. I got you.
Bump forward.
Sorry. You're good. How old are you?
24.
24? Okay, what do you do for work? In the Coast Guard. What do you do in the Coast Guard?
I'm a bosun's mate.
Bosun mate? Here in Jacksonville or where at?
No, not in Jacksonville. I'm on the other coast out of Crystal River area.
Crystal River? What brought you down here?
Just for the weekend.
For the
yeah,
weekend?
No, some friends invited me down here, yeah.
Okay. So listen, I'm going to be honest with you. In a short amount of time that we're...
I'm sorry.
Yeah, just wait. Most inconvenient time, right?
Yeah, yeah, very inconvenient.
How long have you been with the Coast Guard?
A little over 4 years now.
4 years?
Yeah.
Okay. You doing another 4 years, or they do it every 4 years?
Yeah,
Yeah?
that's the plan, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Alright, so I am detecting a little bit of impairment from you, okay? How much have you had to drink today?
I would say in the past 5-6 hours I've probably had 9 or 10 beers, yeah.
Nine or what?
9 or 10.
9 or 10 beers? Okay, do you feel like you're impaired right now?
Honestly, I drank probably 3 or 4 waters before we left, and I waited probably an hour before we got on, to operate the vessel.
Okay. Do you feel like you're safe to operate right now?
Absolutely.
Okay. So
Absolutely. I have no issue.
all I have to base my impairment observations are on what I observe. Okay. So I'd like to do some field sobriety tasks on you. If you're comfortable doing that, I'd be happy to do that with you.
I can do sobriety tests.
Okay. What I'm going to have you do is hop on over here, and I'm going to get a life jacket for you. Okay. You gonna sit right here for me?
Yep, no problem.
Sit down. I just need a witness statement from you guys at some point. Alright, what I'm gonna have you do, just put this on. Okay. You got these goggles, do they come off?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna hand those back over here, okay?
Okay.
Do you want to clasp that for me? This right here. So it just loops around, comes back. Have you ever seen these done before?
I'm sorry, the airboat.
What's your first name? You said you've had 9 to 10 beers over the course of 4 hours.
More than that. We've been out since like noon time.
Okay.
Whatever time it is now. I'm sorry, I don't.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to read you a set of instructions, alright?
Okay.
Please sit straight at the front edge of your seat. Put your arms down at your sides so you're comfortable and stable. Place your feet shoulder width apart so you're comfortable and stable.
Okay.
Are you stable?
I feel stable,
Okay.
yes.
Do not move your feet until the tasks are over. Stay in this position and do not do anything else until I tell you to do so. Do you understand?
Stay still until you tell me to do so.
You understand?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have any physical defects or disabilities? Do you have any defects with your eyes?
No.
Okay. Are you sick or injured?
No.
Are you under care of a doctor or a dentist?
No.
Are you taking any medication or drugs, and that includes prescription drugs?
No.
No. You don't take any prescription drugs for that, like a depressant would be a prescription drug, anything whatsoever? Okay.
No medicine whatsoever.
Okay. Do you have contact lenses on?
No.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is to the tip of this pen,
Yep.
I'm going to move it across your face. You're going to hold your head still, and you're going to follow the tip of this pen with your eyes and your eyes only. Do you understand?
Understood.
I'm going to go up, and you're just going to follow it with up, okay?
Yep, no problem. That's as far as my eyes.
Okay. You can open one if you haven't already. I said if you want to open one, you can if you haven't already. Okay. You're going to make a fist with both hands, extend your index finger, and turn your palms forward just like this.
Like so?
Just like that.
Okay.
You're going to remain in that position while I explain the task. Do you understand?
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. When I say begin, you're going to tilt your head back to about a 45-degree angle and close your eyes. So I'm not going to close my eyes, but you will. It'll look like this.
Understood.
When I tell you to, you're going to touch the tip of your nose with the tip of your index finger and immediately return it to your side. This is the tip of your index finger.
Okay.
This is the tip of your nose, okay?
Like so.
So just remain in that position while I explain the task. So again, tip of index finger to tip of nose. Don't use the pad, don't use the sides. Tip to tip, okay?
Understood.
When I say right, you must touch your right index finger to your nose. When I say left, you must touch your left index finger to your nose. Again, arms down at your sides. There you go. Do you understand?
I understand.
Okay. Go ahead and begin. Left. immediately bring it down. Right. And immediately bring it down. Left. And immediately bring it down. Right. And immediately bring it down. Right. And immediately bring it down. Left. And immediately bring it down. Okay, go ahead and open your eyes and straighten your head. You're going to place your hands palm to palm with one hand up and one hand down, just like this. Remain in that position while I explain the task. Do you understand?
I understand.
When I tell you to begin, you're going to turn the top hand over and count out loud 1. Turn the hand back over and count out loud 2, counting only when the hands make contact, like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
1, 2, 1.
Again, stay in that position while I'm explaining the task. Repeat this, speed up as you go, and do not stop until told. Make sure to keep your hands and fingers parallel. Just like that.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
The whole thing?
No, just the last part you were talking
I'm just saying, just keep your hands parallel, just like that.
Okay.
Okay? Do you understand?
One more time, please. Just,
I'm gonna-
I want to be sure that
Absolutely.
I'm
Okay, so you're going
on
to
track
place your hands palm to palm with one hand up and one hand down.
here. Okay, yeah.
Just like this. Remain in that position. Hey! Slow down! Remain in that position while I explain the task. Do you understand?
Okay.
When I
Yes.
tell you to begin, you're going to turn the top hand over and count out loud 1, and turn the hand back over and count out loud 2, counting only when the hands make contact, like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Understand.
You understand?
I understand, yes.
Repeat this, speed up as you go, and do not stop until told. Make sure to keep your hands and fingers parallel here in the pad, just like this.
Okay.
Can you understand?
Understand.
Go ahead and begin.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1.
Go ahead and speed up.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay, go ahead and stop. Alright, make a fist with both hands. Place your left fist at the center of your chest and your right fist against your left fist, just like this. Remain in that position while I explain the task. Do you understand?
I understand.
When I say begin, you must perform 4 tasks. First task is to count out loud from 1 to 4 while you move your fists in a step-like fashion, making contact between your fists at each step. Like this. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Second task is to memorize the position of your fist after you've counted to 4. Clap your hands 3 times and return your fist to the memorized position. Third task is to move your fists in a step-like fashion in reverse order, counting out loud from 5 to 8, and return your left fist to your chest. 5, 6, 7, 8. Fourth task is to open your hands with your palms down and place them in your lap, just like this. I'm going to demonstrate the whole thing for you, okay? So pay attention.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Do you understand?
It's a lot to take in right now. So
Do you understand, yes or no?
no, I don't. At the
No,
moment.
okay, so what
I
I'm-
just want to be correct. Like,
Okay, so I'm going to read it for you in its entirety one more time, okay?
Yeah.
Make a fist with both hands. Place your left fist at the center of your chest and your right fist against your left fist, like this.
Understand.
Remain in that position while I explain the task. Do you understand?
Yes.
When I say begin, you must perform 4 tasks. The first task is to count out loud from 1 to 4 while you move your fists in a step-like fashion, making contact between your fists at each step, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Second task is to memorize the position of your fist after you counted to 4. Clap your hands 3 times and return your fist to the memorized position. Third task is to move your fists in a step-like fashion in reverse order, counting out loud from 5 to 8 and returning your left fist to the chest. 5, 6, 7, 8. Fourth task is to open your hands with your palms hand and place them in your lap, just like that. Do you understand? Go ahead and begin.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Go ahead and stand up for me. At this time, you're going to be under arrest for going under the influence. Go ahead and step down, please. Hands behind your back. Go ahead and take a seat for me. Right there. That's fine. Huh? Alright, you've been very honest with me, okay? So,
Yes.
you're in the Coast Guard? I was just going to screw things up with the Coast Guard? Okay, so, you're going to have the chance to provide a breath sample. Is that something you want to do?
Probably be in my favor, honestly.
So I'm going to read you a sheet and kind of explain how it goes. I can't make you provide a breath sample, but if you feel, do you feel you're impaired?
Under that, like, yeah, I probably wouldn't be good to go.
Okay, I'm going to read you that sheet and you can kind of, we'll talk about the penalties of not providing a breath sample, and it's your decision if you want to, okay? You pass that over, guys. Just, if you guys had any PC for the stop, just, thank you. Not very far. Okay.
Maybe 2 minutes.
I can do all the sheets. If you want to slowly, we can make our way over that way.
That's what I was going to
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just do,
You want to tow?
Yeah.
Tie a bow
If
rope?
you want to untie, and we're gonna go, and then just come bring me that statement back. Thank you.
Is there a ring up here? You're just going to have to hold it. Can I tie to the bow ring? Is that cool? I was just tie to that cleat right there.
Yeah.
It'll be
You
a
got.
little better with the bow ring. Yeah. Just saying. Tows plenty of times. If you can throw
going to go through some sheets, okay? So make sure you're paying attention, okay? I'm now requesting that you submit to a lawful test of your breath for the purposes of determining its alcohol content. Take the test. So yes or no. If you say no, I can redo the penalty. If you want to take the test, that's...
I'm sorry, what do you mean by no retaking the penalty?
Say again?
When you said no, like for retaking the penalty,
So if you say no, what I would read you is basically the penalty, okay? So the penalty says if you refuse to submit to the test I've requested of you, it will result in a civil penalty of $500. Additionally, if you refuse to submit to the test I've requested of you, and you've been previously fined under 327.35215 Florida statutes, or your driving privilege has been previously suspended for refusal to submit to a lawful test, you would be committing a misdemeanor. In addition to any other penalties imposed by law, refusal to submit to the test I've requested is admissible into evidence in any criminal proceeding. Have you ever had a DUI before?
No.
Okay, so you've never refused any lawful test?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so if you refuse to do the test, which this is your opportunity to prove that you're not impaired. You're not required, I can't force you to do the breath sample. So if you tell me I'm going to refuse to submit to a lawful test of your breath, then it's a $500 civil penalty. But do you want to take the test?
So how, okay, I understand it's a $500 penalty, but what does that mean? Like
You pay $500.
Okay, and then, like I'm sorry, what I mean is, like what's the following actions after that? Like,
So you have to either pay the $500 or request a civil hearing. You can't operate a vessel until you do either one of those.
okay, then I refuse.
So you refuse to take the test. Okay. Do you understand? You understand what I have just read to you?
To my understanding, I'm sorry, correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
I spend the $500 and I either go to a hearing.
That last part of this, refusal to submit to the test I requested is admissible into evidence in any criminal proceeding. So if you refuse to take the test, the refusal is admissible in court. So this breath test is your opportunity to prove your level of impairment.
I understand.
Okay? Do you understand what I've read to you?
So you're saying that, like what, if I'm just saying if I paid the $500 or like if I refuse to blow, that, like would I still go to court basically?
You're going to go to court regardless. Yes.
Regardless of that?
Regardless. You want to take the test?
I'd rather not.
Okay, that's your right. I just need a yes or no.
Yes.
Okay.
It should be over there. No, I didn't get my phone.
Alright, so it's called an operator appraisal sheet. Alright, you're arrested for BUI. I can't ask you any more questions until I read you Miranda, okay? After I read you Miranda, you're going to have the opportunity to talk to me. If you don't want to talk to me, you don't want to talk to me. But I got to read you Miranda first, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything...
I don't know.
There, yeah. Yes, you do.
I do.
He does. I'm going to start over, alright? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before questioning if you wish. If you consent to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you still have the right to stop answering any time. Do you understand these rights that I've read to you?
Could you repeat that, please? I'm sorry.
Yep. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to speak to a lawyer and have him present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before questioning if you wish. If you consent to answer questions now without a lawyer present, you still have the right to stop answering at any time. Do you understand these rights?
Yes.
With these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me? And some of the questions are like what we already know. Where are you operating a boat? Where have you been? What time did you get on the water? Things of that nature. With these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me?
Yes.
Okay. Were you operating the vessel?
Yes.
Where were you going?
Back to the Airbnb.
Is this your vessel?
Yeah.
Okay. Is the vessel in good condition? What waterway are you on?
St. John's River.
Where were you coming from?
Mayhem on Lake George.
What time did you leave Mayhem?
Roughly an hour ago.
Without looking at a watch or clock, what time is it now?
Say around 5 o'clock.
What's today's date? May 3rd. What day of the week is it?
Saturday.
When did you last eat?
This morning, breakfast time, 8 o'clock.
What did you eat?
Eggs.
Where did you eat?
At our house.
What have you been drinking?
Beer.
What kind of beer?
Bushel.
How much?
9 or 10.
Drinking at Mayhem? They 12-ounce beers?
Yes.
Who were you drinking with?
Friends.
What were they drinking?
Beers as well.
What time did you start drinking?
Around noon.
What time did you stop drinking?
Around 3 something. Like 3:15 or so.
Okay. Do you feel the effect of alcohol or drugs?
No, honestly, I feel pretty good right now. Like, not in alcohol, but like, I don't feel that impaired.
Okay. You don't? Do you feel buzzed? Like?
No, like honestly, I feel okay.
You
Like
feel okay?
I don't feel impaired or buzzed.
So the state attorney looks at this sheet, okay? So they're going to pair this sheet with what you previously told me. So it would be in your benefit to put the correct statements on the sheet. When we initially talked on the boat,
Yep.
okay, before we even got to this point, do you remember what you told me?
You told me to come on board.
Do you remember before that? You said you felt impaired. I understand when you got handcuffs on you, that answer might change. But what I don't want you to do is lie on body cam, okay?
No, I'm not here to make a liar of myself or anybody.
No, and I know that you're in the Coast Guard and this sucks, okay?
Yeah.
So what is the military, law enforcement, honesty goes a long way, right?
Absolutely.
So I would rather not put something that's a lie on this sheet, okay? So I'm going to ask again, do you feel that you're impaired?
No,
You don't? Okay. Were you involved in an accident today?
No.
When did you last sleep?
Last night.
How much sleep did you get?
7 hours.
Are you currently under the care of a doctor or dentist?
No.
Have you used any drugs recently, prescription, non-prescription, or otherwise? Do you think you should have been operating the vessel?
I mean, somebody else could drive, but at the time I felt like I was the best choice.
Okay. Do you drink a lot?
Yeah, I would say.
Like every weekend or like?
No, I mean, a few times a month.
Okay. So, people usually aren't honest, okay? So I'm gonna, so to tell you, 10 beers in the course of 3 hours, that's a lot of alcohol. So, do you know what BAC is?
Sorry, what?
Do you know what BAC is, like a breath sample level?
I do not.
Okay, so the short amount of time that you consume 10 beers, your level is still going up. So you might feel more impaired in the next hour because you stopped drinking about an hour ago. So your body's still ingesting alcohol. All right, so general rule of thumb, 1 beer per hour will keep you straight. Anything over that, and that's an average because everyone's body size is different, right? But 1 beer an hour will keep you under the limit.
Understood.
You're not in this position again, okay?
Understood.
That's a good phone number for you.